Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. It is day 3 of the 49th Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament here on the Score in Corvallis, where the weather is beautiful for some afternoon baseball, and it's kind of nice to be able to say good afternoon rather than good morning. For the first time here in the tournament, the Doc Stewarts will get things started in the afternoon as we play the 4 o'clock game coming up against the Michaels Toyota Bears out of Seattle, Washington to wrap up pool play here in the tournament. Doc Stewart's not officially, but look to be headed to the second place matchup, or the matchup between the second place teams for third place coming up tomorrow in the tournament. That would be at 4 o'clock again tomorrow. Seems to be the most likely scenario, and we'll cover more of that as we continue on throughout today's broadcast. But right now, here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, we're going to get an opportunity to catch up with Keeran Sprague for another of our player interviews as we go on the bench with the Docs this summer. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. As we count down to first pitch of the ball game, want to remind you that today's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. So you can find the action with us there and follow along throughout today's broadcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and then you can get notified when we go live with another broadcast of Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll catch up with Keeran Sprague out of Umpqua Valley Christian. We will have that for you when we return on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth.
Back on the bench, we continue our series of player interviews this year with the Doc Stewarts, and we are now happy to have with us on the bench Keeran Sprague here from Umpqua Valley Christian. Keeran just wrapped up, what was your junior year? Yeah, that's right. I usually try to make sure I get that right before we go on the hit the record button, but just wrapped up your junior year, getting ready for senior year out at UVC, back with the team once again here this summer. Just getting an opportunity to play Docs baseball once again. How excited are you for just another summer out here playing some baseball?
Oh, it's great. I mean, playing with all these guys, I mean, they're great. Nowhere else. I mean,
yeah.
These guys work hard. I mean, they're great teammates. Nowhere you'd rather be.
Yeah, right. This is where you got to be, out here playing baseball with Docs baseball. Looking back at the spring, I know UVC, you guys have set a standard there for what that program is expecting to do at the 2A, 1A level. You guys, unfortunately, came up just a bit short. A rally in your final game in the playoffs came up just a bit short. How hard was that loss for you guys? And, how much is that a driver for you going into your senior season next year?
I mean, I felt like it made, like, my class, like me, Ryan, Caleb, I felt like it made us more, I guess, hungry for next year because – like the last couple of years, we've had like just been able to get to the championships and with a win, not ending the season on a low note. But I feel like it's going to drive us next year to really compete and finish on the high note our senior year.
Yeah. I think I was here for one of the early playoff wins and heard Coach York saying, we're going to the next round, and that's not a given. This doesn't happen for everybody every year. And I know you've been lucky to be a part of some really successful years there in your first couple of years with UVC. And so was that, you kind of mentioned it there, but that was a good reminder of the fact that it takes hard work to get to the championship game. It just doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm. It does. We all got to work hard, and it's not given. You got to work for everything.
Yeah. Well, you got a chance here this summer to work with the Doc Stewart's. Been kind of checking in with guys and maybe asking an area of your game that you're kind of hoping to try and find some improvement in here this summer, an area that you want to try to work on, get better as a baseball player. Is there maybe some goals or some areas of your game you'd like to hopefully be able to improve on this summer to take into next year of baseball?
Obviously the goal is to get better, want to improve hitting, fielding, pitching. Really all the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Just get better each and every day.
Yeah. I know that it seems like you had a pretty solid season in the spring. Was it pitcher of the year in the league? Is that right? Yeah. So, and I'm sure I've probably got it written down, but I'm sure some All-State awards were in there as well for you as a great season. How'd you feel coming away from it? I know we talked about not ending the season on a win like you've been able to do, but how'd you feel like you performed this year during the spring?
I felt like I did good, but there's always areas to improve on. Always can get better at something. Even if you're doing things right, there's always something that you're going to do wrong because this game is a game of failure.
Yeah.
So always got to improve.
Yeah, always got to improve, and this game will humble you real quick, that's for sure. This summer, it's quite a mixture on this team of, some older guys, a lot of younger guys. You're kind of right there in the middle as one of these guys that's going from a junior to a senior year. To kind of be in that middle group where you're not one of the first-year guys, but you're not one of the older guys. What's that experience been like where you kind of know where you've been, what's kind of expected during the summer? You've been here before, but maybe not one of the top guys that's been the most experienced on the team. What's that kind of process been like or that experience been like?
Just trying to help the younger guys. We all want the same thing. We all want to win games. So just trying to help the younger kids get better and try and become more of a leader.
Yeah, that leadership part is always so big, and we look to those guys that have been on the team for multiple years or that are coming back from a college year or graduating and heading off to college, but you'll get an opportunity to maybe be one of those leaders on this team for a couple of summers here. Are you looking to guys like Logan or Paxton or some of those guys that have been on the team for a few years? Are you looking at them and kind of seeing what they do and try to maybe learn on some leadership skills and qualities that maybe you can continue to provide this team in the future?
Yeah, Logan's a big leader. He went to SWAC.
Yeah.
He's been playing. He's playing college. He's just going to be a good leader for his team.
Yeah. And he's a guy that you're familiar with playing over at UVC. Yeah. So is it fun to be back on the field with him?
Yeah, I love playing with Logan.
Yeah. He's a grinder out there, that's for sure, and fun to see him back out on the field. This summer, you guys have been mixing together now for a few weeks. Is there a highlight that has stuck out to you so far as to how this summer's gone with this team and maybe that bonding process?
Just winning games. I felt like a fun one was this last game with Fletcher, who hit that walk-off, and then we came back and 10 ran him.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah. That definitely is a great way to kind of finish things out there with a big comeback win and then just absolutely take it to them in the next one. Going into your senior year, what are some things that are exciting you about now being a senior in high school?
I can get out of high school.
You can take some free periods?
Yeah.
Do you do? I forgive me for not remembering, but do you do other sports or?
Yeah, I do basketball.
Okay, that's what I thought there. You plan on doing basketball again during the winter season then?
Yeah.
Okay. Senior year of sports with basketball and baseball. Obviously, your last chance to put on the uniform for UVC. Any kind of big goals? Any expectations for you that you're kind of geared up about, excited about?
Just leaving out there every game.
Yeah.
Never leaving anything on the table.
Yeah. Going into it, how do you feel things are looking? Every new school year brings kind of transition and new teams for high school because of graduation and things moving around. How do you feel like basketball and baseball are looking like for UVC next year?
I mean, every year is going to be different. New team, new players.
Yeah.
We just got to work together. I feel like we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And especially for baseball, I mean, we got Coach York.
Yeah.
He'll work his magic.
He'll find some way to put all the pieces together in the right spots for you guys out there. Well, Tegan, kind of fun to get a chance to learn a little bit more about you and get to sit down and talk with you a little bit here this summer and get an opportunity to share some of your insights into everything with everybody tuning in. So appreciate the time and best of luck this summer and going into your senior year.
Thank you.
All right, that is Tegan Sprague joining us from Umpqua Valley Christian. We'll have more player interviews as we're on the bench this summer with the Docs here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory.
We welcome you back here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field in Corvallis. We are just moments away from first pitch as they have announced the teams out on the field. I believe we will have our national anthem here, so we will go ahead and bring you that as we get ready for first pitch here in Corvallis at the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball.
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem as we get ready for first pitch here on what is America's birthday. It's Independence Day here, America 250, celebrating with America's pastime here on the Score. Well, as we get ready for this one to get underway, it's time now for a look at our Southern Septic Service starting lineups. Southern Septic Service, from residential to commercial, they've got your behind covered. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. First off, we'll take a look at the lineup for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts, led by Coach Cody Walton. They are the designated visiting team in the matchup here today. That was determined when the bracket was officially released here, and then tomorrow will be based off of a coin flip as the Doc Stewarts wrap things up, looking like they might most likely be headed towards the matchup for third place coming up tomorrow. Taking a look at it here, Paxton Burke will lead things off at shortstop, followed by Reagan Soper, the second baseman. Logan Anderson at third base will bat in the 3-hole. Batting in the cleanup spot is the pitcher, Christian Corba. Fletcher Coleman in center field will bat fifth. Danner Wirtz at first base, batting sixth. Tegan Sprague, the left fielder, will bat seventh. Hitting eighth is Amos Bowers, the catcher. And rounding out the starting nine is Hayden Thompson, the right fielder. That's a look at the starting batting lineup for the Doc Stewarts. On the other side, for the Michaels Toyota Bears out of the Seattle area, led by Coach Dalton Beatty. It'll be on back behind the plate is Brody Logsden. Out at first base will be Jackson Barter. Around the diamond at second base, Jack Rooney. At third base, Byron Jones. And at shortstop, Connor Engel. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Eli Spires in left field, Nate Dow out in center field, and in right field, it'll be Jake Bajarovitz. There we go. Knew it was going to take a couple of tries to get that one out. The pitcher for the Bears today is going to be Max Mathias. That'll be out there on the mound. We'll get our first look at him coming up here as we get this one underway. It'll be the third consecutive game that the Doc Stewarts will face a lefty to start out the ball game. Boy, everybody throwing their lefties at the Docs here in the tournament. This is a group out of Seattle that is a young group, a 16U team. All of these players are in the class of 2028, and that might sound like a bit of a mismatch, but you really look at the Doc Stewarts lineup, and boy, they have got a lot of youngsters on their lineup as well. So it'll be fun to see this one play out. But on the mound, it'll be Max Mathias that will get the start for the Bears. Mathias is out of Mount Si High School. That's the most popular school on this Bears roster. And he gets the start here today for the team out of Seattle. Final matchup here. They have not won a game in the tournament. Docs are 1-1. A win here today would put them in that matchup for third place coming up tomorrow against the two teams that finished second in their divisions here in the tournament standings. So that'll be coming up tomorrow, likely at 4 o'clock. Docs just need to win in this matchup, and then they will get into that. If they were to lose, they would go to the tiebreaker. I think even with the tiebreaker, the Doc Stewarts are still in that third-place matchup coming up tomorrow based off of the number of runs they have allowed. But if the Docs were to get boat raced in this one for whatever reason, I guess there is the chance they could fall to the matchup for fourth place coming up tomorrow as well. Actually, sorry, the matchup for fifth place coming up tomorrow. So we'll see how things play out here, but it does look like the Docs are headed to that third place matchup, and we'll see how it all goes out. What we don't know would be who'd be on the other side of that matchup. Possibly could be Grants Pass. All right, here we go. Doc Stewarts coming up with Paxton Burke to lead things off. He has been a strong hitter in the tournament so far for the Stewies. Got the lefty on the mound in Mathias. The lefty will wind and fire. First pitch will hit. Paxton Burke, and we are underway in the ball game. First pitch coming in at 4:04 as we get things started here today. So first pitch hits the batter, puts a man on base. Burke has had 2 hits in both of the games so far here in the tourney. 4 hits total. First time he's been hit by a pitch. Up to bat will be Reagan Soper. Runner going, throw high and outside, throw it on to second base is long, goes into center field. Burke's going to try to take third and will do so easily. So Burke gets on with a hit by pitch, steals second, and then on the first error of the ball game, he gets to third. So we are 2 pitches into this ball game, and the Doc Stewarts have a man 90 feet from home. At the plate right now, Reagan Soper with a 1-0 count. Soper starting to get, after a hitless game to start out the tournament, starting to get his bat going again. He pops one up left side, foul territory in front of the Doc's dugout. It'll end up on the roof for a strike. A 1-1 count. Reagan has been a bit unlucky in this tournament. He has had a number of balls that he has hit pretty well. Unfortunately, they've been right at defenders. Sharp line drives that have been snagged out of the air. And he'll hit one left side. It'll be the shortstop up with it. Throw across the diamond will pull the first baseman off the bag. Coming in to score will be Burke. It'll be 1-0. Doc's in front on the RBI for Soper. It'll be an error on the throw by the shortstop. That's a couple of errors so far in the game for the Bears. And with nobody out, a man at first base for the Docs, leading 1-0. This Bears team has been on the wrong end of a number of lopsided scores. There's a bunt down the third base side. Will stay fair, and it'll be a base hit for Logan Anderson. He'll have the first hit in the game for the Docs. Bunt single down the third base side. Maybe there's a chance that ball goes foul, but it was starting to settle as it was on the dirt down the baseline, and it was still in fair territory. Maybe if third baseman Brian Jones, maybe if he had let that ball roll a little bit more, he might have had a chance of letting it go foul, but he picked it up right before it hit the chalk line, and that's a base hit for Logan Anderson. First hit in the game for the Docs. Runners at first and second. A foul on the first pitch delivered to Christian Corba. Corba batting in the cleanup spot, looking to help his own cause, see if the Docs can put a crooked number on the board here in the first inning. He'll hit one down the left field side. It's a fair ball into the left field corner. Soper will score easily. They've got Anderson rounding third. He was heading to the plate, and Corba's going to try to put his head down and get to third base in time. He will get there before the throw, and it's a 2-run triple for Christian Corba. He'll drive in a pair. They're trying to determine whether or not there was any error or anything in that left field corner, but we're ruling it as a true triple for Christian Corba. So he drives in a pair. Docs are on top 3-0 here with nobody out in the first inning. So man at third. 2 hits in the game so far for the Docs. Lefty-lefty battle. This ball is hit towards center field. Has a weird tail to it. It'll drop in for a base hit. And coming in to score, just ahead of the throw. Got all the way to the plate. I don't think Logan Shipman thought that was going to happen. He does step on home just ahead of the throw as it rolls its way towards home plate. That'll be a base hit for Fletcher Coleman, and it's now 4-0. Logan Shipman came in as the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Christian Corba. First 4 men get on base. They all come around to score. Fletcher Coleman with a RBI single to shallow center field. Check swing, strike 1 to Danner Wirtz. Starting lineups again were brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. Coleman is running as the ball is fouled away by Wirtz. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Off to a big start here for the Doc Stewarts as a pickoff throw to check on Coleman over at first base. Hit batter, an error, then back-to-back base hits, a single for Logan Anderson and a triple for Christian Corba. And the Docs have built a 4-0 lead. Add in the single by Fletcher Coleman as well. Ball hit right side, catch made. Out in right field towards the foul line, the right fielder, and I'm going to have to, I didn't need to write this down on my lineup card. Bojarovitz.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 8, Tegan Sprague.
He makes the catch out in right field. Okay, write it down there so I see it every time I look at his name. There is one away now with a man at first. Runner going, a strike called. Throw down to second base is a bit off target. An 0-1 count with a man at second base for Tegan Sprague. Tegan was our player interview in the pregame show here. We'll have our YouTube channel updated with those videos. We'll get those uploaded momentarily. Well, not momentarily. We'll get them updated soon as the ball fouled away by Sprague. Get those up online so you can go back and check those out if you did not see them live on the air with us here. And we've got a number of them already up online for folks to go check out. Our series of player interviews throughout the season. Ball hit towards left field. Line drive shot will get into shallow left field. Up to third base goes Coleman on the single by Sprague. Runners on the corners now for the Doc Stewarts with one out here in the top of the first inning, leading 4-0. That'll be
the catcher, number 11,
the fourth hit for the Doc Stewarts here in this first inning. Amos Bowers, the catcher, will stand in. At home plate, the catcher for the Bears, Brody Logsdon, steps in front to signal to his infield how they want to approach. Runners at first and third. Runner takes off from first. The throw down to second base is cut short. Back to third base goes Coleman as Sprague gets into second base without a play at the bag. At the plate, a 1-0 count for Amos Bowers. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Doc's leading 4-0. Swing and a miss on a pitch from the lefty, Max Mathias, who's trying to get out of this first inning. He's only got the 1 out as he faces the 8-hitter in the lineup card. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. Mathias ahead in the at-bat, a ball and 2 strikes. Fighting off a pitch, right side. This will be playable out in right field. Catch made, runner tags, throw coming in. It's cut off and back to third base will go Coleman. He put the brakes on late and heads back to third base on the fly ball out to right field by Amos Bowers. Out in right field, Bojarovitz makes the catch.
Number 14, Hayden Thompson.
So 2 down. Runners at second and third. Squaring to bunt, Hayden Thompson will take high for ball 1. Down the middle for a strike for Hayden. A 1-1 count. On the mound, Max Mathias, again the soon-to-be junior at Mount Si High School, gets a fly ball out towards the left side of the infield. It'll be played by the shortstop. Hayden Thompson will fly out to finish things off here in the first inning, but not before the Doc Stewarts get 4 runs across, and they send all 9 hitters to the plate. They build a 4-0 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Doc's in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
The first inning, 4.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Dalton Beatty and the Michaels Toyota Bears. Nate Dow, the center fielder, will lead things off, followed by first baseman Jackson Barter. Connor Engel, the shortstop, batting third. Second baseman Jack Rooney will bat in the cleanup spot. Third baseman Byron Jones hitting fifth. In left field, Eli Spires will bat sixth. Hitting seventh, the pitcher, Max Mathias. Jake Bajarovich. He is the right fielder. He bats eighth, and then Brody Logsdon, the catcher, will round out the starting nine. We'll get to the defense for the Doc Stewarts in a moment, as the first pitch for Christian Corba will be coming up. Corba getting the start here today. Just wrapped up his freshman year at Roseburg High School. And his first pitch is low for ball one, and we are underway here in the bottom of the first. Docs are leading 4-0 in this matchup after the first inning. Only 21 pitches thrown by Max Mathias in that first inning. Strike across for Corba, 1-1 count. Talked about how this entire team for the Bears, they're out of the class of 2028. Well, Corba's class of 2029, so facing guys that are right there around his own age as he misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. On the season, Corba making his second start, his fourth appearance. Misses inside, falls behind 3-1. He's thrown a total of 5 innings this year. Does not have a win or a loss. A 5.60 ERA, 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. Gets a ground ball foul down the third base side to take the count full for Nate Dow, the center fielder, leading off here for this Bears club. Didn't have a lot of information about these guys that I was able to dig up out of Washington. Nate Dow out of Issaquah High School takes inside for ball 4. Leadoff walk issued. So the Bears will get a man aboard, trying to cut down a 4-0 deficit.
The first baseman, number 3, Jackson Barter.
Docs had 4 runs on 4 hits. There were 2 errors for the Bears, and the Docs ended up leaving 2 men on base in that first inning. Pitch misses, ball 1 for Corba as he takes on Jackson Barter, the first baseman. Well, we've been playing our games in the morning. It's been cool. The sun will start to come out, warms up a bit, but it's been comfortable. It's a swing and a miss. 1-1 here for Barter. Getting the 4 o'clock game, boy, we're starting to feel the heat a little bit more than we have been in those morning contests. And especially here in the booth as the sun starts to make its way into the afternoon sky. The sun starts to peer in the windows here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. And so you definitely start to get a full dose of sunshine. Got to throw the sunshades on just a bit here. 1-2 count after the swing and a miss. Back to it quickly. Corba gets a foul ball by Barter, and the count will stay 1-2. Nobody out with a man at first after the leadoff walk. Corba, the right-hander, sets and fires. Misses just off the inside corner with some off speed. Two-two to Barter, batting second in the order. That pitch inside. Brushing Barter back off the plate. And Corba finds himself once again with a full count. Nate Dow, the leadoff man at first base after walking. Corba's 3-2 pitch is hit right side, not very deep. Going out is Soper. He'll make the catch and avoids a collision with the right fielder Fletcher Coleman. Excuse me, that's Hayden Thompson in right field for the Doc Stewarts. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and look around the diamond for the Docs here in this one. Behind the plate, Amos Bowers. Danner Wirtz at first base. Reagan Soper at second. Left side of the diamond, it is Logan Anderson at third. Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield from left to right, Tegan Sprague, Fletcher Coleman, and Hayden Thompson. First pitch, swinging. It's a ground ball through the left side. Out to Sprague in left field. That'll be a base hit for Connor Engel, a 1-out single. And it puts runners at first and second with the 1 away here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 15, Jack.
The cleanup hitter will stand in with 2 runners aboard and just 1 out. Jack Rooney, the second baseman, left-handed batter, puts the ball in play. Over the left side, catch made by Sprague. Runners all have to retreat back to their bags as Rooney on the first pitch he sees flies out to left field, 2 down. And that'll bring up the 5-hitter Byron
The
Jones.
third baseman, number 12, Byron Jones.
Jones starting at third base. Right-handed batter will dig in with 2 down and 2 on. Still a 4-0 lead for the Docs as Corbett tries to keep the shutout going. Misses outside on the first offering. The 1-0 pitch. That ball hit towards center field. Coming in and making the catch right about knee level is Fletcher Coleman. That'll finish things off here in the first inning. Jones flies out to center, leaving 2 men stranded here in the first inning. No runs on the 1 hit, no errors for the Doc Stewarts, and 2 runners left on base for the Bears. We will head to the second inning. It is 4-0. Doc Stewarts in front here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Marketmen of Corvallis.
Joey Keeran here with you on this 4th of July. We hope you're having a great one. Have a hot dog on me as we celebrate America's 250 anniversary here of the signing of the Declaration of Independence back in 1776. Hopefully you're finding ways to enjoy and have a good time with family, friends, and all those that are in your circle here today, however it may be. It looks like a lot of folks tuning in to watch a little bit of baseball with us here, America's pastime. No better way to spend the 4th of July than at the ballpark. Well, today's game is brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Go back to the top of the order for the Docs as they hit through in the first inning. Burke was hit by a pitch, the first pitch of the game. This time he'll take outside for ball 1 as we get things started. Burke got on, stole second, got to third on a throw down to second base that got into center field, and then came around to score on the ball in play by Reagan Soper. This time Burke will lift one towards left field. It'll get down to Eli Spires out in left, and that is the first hit in the game for Burke. It's his 5th hit in the tournament. So runner on at first base, Reagan Soper will bat. Soper reached on an error. That drove in Paxton Burke. But Soper did not. He got credit for the RBI, did not get credit for a hit as he reaches on that error. Squares to bunt and will take the first pitch from Matthias in for a strike. 0-1 count with nobody out and a man on at first. Burke out at first base. Like a bull ready to go. He takes off as the pickoff throw goes to first base. Throw down to second is late. It'll be a stolen base for Burke, his second in the ball game. Burke was out there digging his feet into the natural dirt surface here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. Like he was a bull getting ready to charge, and he charges his way down to second base, gets the stolen base. The pitch inside will hit Reagan Soper, and so he'll get down to first. Second hit batter in the game for Max Matthias. Docs will have 2 runners on base with nobody out, leading 4-0 as we're here in the top of the second inning. Logan Anderson, a bunt single back in the first. Didn't drive in a run with that one, but got on safely with that bunt single down the third base side. Looking to swing away here with 2 runners on base. He takes high and away. Number of these guys didn't play for their varsity teams and the high school level up in Washington last year for the Bears. It's another bunt for Anderson, goes down the third base side. Nobody at first base, and so having to hang on to the baseball is Matthias. The first baseman came charging in. Barter was down the first base side, and there was nobody at the bag to cover to try and get Anderson. And so that is another base hit for the Doc Stewarts here. They're second in the second inning. They're up to 6 hits total in the ball game, and the bases are loaded. Logan Anderson has been swinging the stick pretty well, but now he has gotten on base with 2 bunt singles so far here in this one. Nobody out, bases loaded for the cleanup hitter, Christian Corba. He'll hit one through the left side, line drive shot with the infield pulled in. 1 run scores. The second run's going to score as that got by the left fielder. Here comes a third run. Corba looking for his second triple of the game, slides in head first, and he's there in time. The ball will get by and is out of play to bring in Corba as well. It's a Little League home run. It'll count as a triple and an error, but Corba clears the bases as 4 runs will come in, and it's suddenly 8-0, Doc Stewart's in front. That sounds like it'll be good. An error on the throw. One hopped into the third baseman and then got by into the dugout. So Corba picks up 3 RBIs. He's got 5 total in the ball game with 2 triples, and then scores himself on the throw to third base. Pitch is high and inside to Fletcher Coleman for ball 1. That ball struck pretty well. With the infield pulled in, they did not have a chance of making a play on the line drive through the infield, and then it got past the left fielder. There's a ball back up the middle for Fletcher Coleman. He's got his second hit in the game, and the Docs have a man on base once again. Nobody out still as they'll send the 6-hitter up to the bat for a second time here as we're only in the second inning. Danner Wirtz flew out to right field his first time up. First pitch outside for Wirtz. So the top 4 batters in the order have all gotten on base and scored in each of the first 2 innings. Wirtz will take a strike, a 1-1 count. The 1-1 swung on and missed by Wirtz. Got Kip Carlson, maybe a familiar name for some of our listeners down in Roseburg. Used to work with the News Review down there covering sports. He's here in the booth asking questions. It's a pitch low. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. How many guys in baseball history have had a triple in each of their first 2 at-bats in a ball game in the first 2 innings of a ball game? It's probably a pretty short list, I would imagine. Although the 2-2. Wirtz will take a ball low, throw it down to second base, and sliding in. The ball got away as Coleman was trying to slide around the tag. The ball got into center field. The shortstop, Engel, not able to make a play on him. So Coleman gets a stolen base, his second in the game. He's into scoring position. And it's a full count for Danner Wirtz at the plate. Anytime I've thought that, though, it's like you find out that things have happened. As there goes Coleman again, hit and run on. Ball popped up, foul territory for Wirtz, and it gets out of play. Back to second base for Coleman, still at the plate for Danner Wirtz. It just seems like every time you think, there's no way somebody else has done that in baseball, but the game's been around since the 1800s, so it appears that it seems like something's always happened at least once in baseball, but there are the rare moments where somebody sets some new baseball history. 3-2 count here. Danner waits. Matthias delivers, and Danner will foul off another one to stay alive. It is 8-0 so far. Docs with 4 more hits here in the second inning. They're up to 8 hits total in the ball game. Still nobody out. Danner, a full count pitch coming from Matthias with Fletcher Coleman out at second. Pitch high and away. Coleman takes off for third, and the throw will get into left field. Foul territory. Coleman will come in to score on the throwing error as Wirtz gets on with a walk. And it's 9-0. Docs are in front. So Danner draws a walk. That is the first walk in the game for Matthias. Fletcher Coleman steals third and then scores on the throwing error by the catcher. And that is now up to 4 errors in this ball game for the young Bears squad. 9-0, Docs in front. We're in the top of the second inning. First pitch swinging away. Tegan Sprague sends it back into the net. Well, Docs, a win here will put them into the 4 o'clock game tomorrow, playing off for third in the tournament standings. If they had gotten a win in this game, they had a chance to possibly make it into the first place game, but it was hinged on what happened in the game before ours, and unfortunately it didn't work our way as the ball fouled back by Sprague again for strike 2. It was the Mound Time Club that the Docs lost to, and the Hillsboro Baseballism Wet Sox that the Docs beat. Those two teams were playing in the game before ours, and if the Wet Sox had beaten Mound Time, then we had a chance at maybe making our way into the championship game tomorrow, but unfortunately that did not work our direction. Mound Time finished off an undefeated run through the red pool, going 3-0 in pool play, and that would put them in the championship game tomorrow. They'll face either Corvallis or Grants Pass, whoever wins that matchup coming up tonight. So it was a wild pitch that put Danner Wirtz out at second base. Ground ball towards second, and it'll eat up the second baseman Rooney into right field. Coming around to score will be Wirtz. On safely is Sprague on the error. Base hit. Got a bad hop on him. Okay, we'll be kind up here in the booth. I like it. Sprague with his second hit in the game.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11, Amos.
And that should also result in an RBI then for Sprague if we're going to give that a base hit, as Wirtz had come around to score from second. Strike 1 to begin the at-bat here for Amos Bowers. Docs are now on top 10-0. Pitch is high from Matthias, a 1-1 count. Bowers flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Takes low and outside, 2-1 count. Doc sent 9 hitters to the plate in the first inning. They have now sent 8 hitters to the plate here in the second. Still nobody out. As a strike across on a breaking ball, Bowers a 2-2 count. If you are wondering, there is a 5-inning, 10-run rule here in the tournament. There's a swing and a miss on the 2-2 pitch. Off speed up there in the zone. Looked pretty enticing for Bowers. He swings and misses for a strikeout.
Now batting, the right fielder.
That's the first out here in the second inning. Hayden Thompson will stand in. He flew out to the shortstop his first time up. The lefty Matthias misses low and inside, ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Elevated on the 1-0 pitch to Hayden Thompson. The count goes to 2-0. The pitch from Matthias is high and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Out at first base is Tegan Sprague. Docs had the first 7 hitters in the lineup reach base here in the second inning. A 3-0 pitch from the Bears lefty. Matthias works it in for a strike to keep the at-bat going here against Hayden Thompson. So it's been a hot start to the game here for the Doc Stewarts, leading 10-0, and the pitch outside, ball 4, will bat through the order here in the second inning. Still just 1 out, and back to the top of the order. Paxton Burke will bat for a second time here in the second inning. It's his third at-bat in the game as we get a visit out to the mound, and we're going to get a pitching change. 18 batters faced for Max Matthias. He records just 4 outs and has given up 10 runs. So we'll get a new man on the mound here in the second inning as the Doc Stewarts are leading big 10-0. Still just 1 out here in the second inning with Paxton Burke coming up to bat for a second time. He's 1 for 1 in the game, hit by a pitch. He's singled, he's stolen 2 bases, and has scored twice. We'll have a new man on the mound when we come back. A pitching change for the Michaels Toyota Bears out of Seattle. Take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
The Bears will go to another lefty. It'll be Jackson Barter, the first baseman, moving to the mound for the Seattle club. Max Mathias goes an inning and a third for the Bears. He ended up giving up 8 hits. He had 2 walks in the game, also had 2 hit batters, and he had the 1 strikeout. Right now he's credited with 10 runs, but there's 2 runners on base that would go to his total if they were to come around and score. So not quite done on the stat line there for Max Mathias, the starting pitcher for the Bears. We'll see how that goes, and we will see how the rest of this one plays out with Barter moving to the mound. Take a look-see here. They've got another lefty taking over at first base, and that is Landon Deffenbaugh, who will be at first base defensively.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7, Paxton Burke.
So that'll bring up Paxton Burke for the second time here in the second inning. Burke will continue to bat right-handed. The switch hitter has faced a lot of lefties here in this tournament. Jackson Barter, another lefty. First pitch from Barter. Bounces in front of the plate. Doc's runners will all hold as back behind the plate. Logsden able to knock it down and keep it in front of him. A 1-0 count. Low and inside for Burke. 2 balls and no strikes. Doc Stewart's Baseball is brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Bright sunny day here. A lot of sun umbrellas out. Pop-up tents up. There's a ground ball left side. Will get through for Burke. And they're going to wave around the runner from second. Coming all the way home and scoring standing up will be Tegan Sprague. The Doc Stewarts lead at 11-0. RBI single for Paxton Burke as he drives in a man from second. Sprague coming around to score. Hayden Thompson only moves up 90 feet. He gets to second base. Burke on at first. He's got 2 hits in the ball game. First and second still just 1 out. Now 11-0. Doc's in front. Up to bat will be Reagan Soper. Still looking for his first hit in the game. He's been on base and scored twice and does have an RBI, but no hits yet. He's reached on an error and been hit by a pitch. He'll take a strike. Got a chance to hang out with the team a little bit yesterday. Went out and did some mini golf out at Beaver Falls and played some pitch and putt out there with Logan Anderson and Paxton Burke and Amos Bowers. We all teamed up as a foursome, played a little 2-on-2 best ball scramble. Logan Anderson and myself winning that matchup. I think we were a little disappointed in ourselves that I think we finished 1 over on the 9-hole course. We did get to we were under par for a stretch, but had a couple of tough spots. That's a decent little pitch and putt. Boy, you got to really bring your A game. Those greens are not favorable. They make it difficult on you out there. But we had a good time out there. The rest of the team was playing some putt-putt golf out there, miniature golf. Seems like they had some good times with that. It was a 1-1 delivery to Soper, hit down the third base side, foul. Then headed out to the Airbnb where the team is staying. They've got darts, they've got ping pong table. They had a puzzle going on one of the tables up there. Helped out with the Mason Young, and I think it was Hayden Thompson and Logan Schwert, and we were all working on a puzzle together for a little while. As the ball gets by, a breaking ball goes to the backstop, past the catcher Logsden. Wild pitch will move everybody up 90 feet. Thompson makes his way to third. Up to second base goes Paxton Burke. And the Docs have runners at second and third. Just one out. It's a 2-2 count here for Reagan Soper. So definitely a kind of a frat house kind of feel there, although the coaches with their families, their wives and their kids hanging out there as well for a good number of them. So pitch is high, full count now for Soper. So maybe a little bit of order to the chaos of a bunch of teenagers hanging out in one house together, but they seem to be having a good time. Played some ping pong as well in there. Got my rear end handed to me by Paxton Burke. But it's pretty fun, pretty good setting there for those guys. Looks like they're having a good time. As that ball sails to the backstop, looking to try and come in and score. Tag at the plate, not in time. Underneath the tag comes in Hayden Thompson on the wild pitch. It was ball 4 for Reagan Soper. He gets on at first. Paxton Burke moves up to third. And so you've got runners on the corners with just one out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number
The Docs
4,
are ahead 12-0.
Anderson.
Jackson Barter's first walk allowed against the second batter he's faced. First and third here for Logan Anderson, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of bunts for singles on the infield. We'll see what he does here. With runners on the corners, the third baseman playing even with the bag down there. That's Jones. Jackson Barter on the mound. The lefty has taken over here in the second inning, trying to get the second out. Misses high and outside for ball 1. Top of the order here for the Doc Stewarts, leading 12-0 in the top of the second. Pitch is off the turf, 2-0 count. Docs rolling right now, looking for their 11th win on the season, and would put them a season high 3 games over 500. Pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 3-0. Third time through the order here for the Docs, and we're just with one out in the second inning. Jackson Barter delivers the 3-0 pitch, gets it in for a strike against Logan Anderson. Docs wearing their white jerseys today, white tops, white pants with the black pinstripes going vertically up and down the jerseys. The 3-1 pitch hit him. Tried to come inside. It skips off the turf and hits Logan. It'll load up the bases. Third hit batter in the ballgame for the Doc Stewarts. All right, the speculation. Can Christian Corba do what no batter has ever done in baseball history before? 3 triples in 2 innings. And the first 2 innings, nonetheless, he's already got 5 RBI. He came up and already in this inning, he's already hit a triple with the bases loaded. He bats with the bases loaded again. Corba will take high and inside for ball 1. At third base is Burke, second base Soper, and at first base Anderson. That was the same situation earlier in this second inning when Corba was facing Max Mathias, who has since come out of the game. Time called before the 1-0 delivery. So we'll see. And then we do have a comment about Tegan Sprague might have had triples and back-to-back triples in a game, but earlier this season for the Docs. I don't have my book with me for that one. Had to start a new book here, and it started with this tournament, so I don't have that box score right in front of me. Pitch is high. 2-0 count for Corba. Now, of course, It's hard to hit a triple if you don't get something that's hittable, so we'll see how that goes here for Christian. But he has got a comfortable lead to work with here, the starting pitcher for the Docs. He's faced 5 batters, and the Docs have already, let's see, he's the 4th batter, so 21 hitters have already come up to bat. Corba is the 22nd hitter in this game to come up to bat. 2-1 pitch here from Barter. High and away. Corba has a 3-1 count. Walk would bring in a run. Slow pitch softball rules. Nobody walks in this game. You're swinging at it. Corba stands in with 1 out, bases loaded. 3-1 pitch coming from Barter. He pops it back into the net, swinging away. He just got a piece of it and sent it back into the net. If he barrels that one up, he might have had a chance to get another triple. Docs with 12 runs so far. Most runs scored in the tournament so far has been 15 runs. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. He will not get that third triple in his third at-bat in just 2 innings. He'll have to settle for an RBI bases-loaded walk as he will pick up his 6th RBI in the game. They will bring in Logan Shipman to run for Corba. Coming in to score is Paxton Burke. It is 13-0, Docs in front, 1 out, bases still loaded. Fletcher Coleman's 2 for 2 in the game with an RBI. He has also scored a run that came earlier in this second inning. We are still in the second with 1 out. High and away. 1-0 count to start. Doc Stewart's leading big in this one. Definitely their most lopsided game of the season so far as it stands at the moment. As the pitch goes to the backstop for Fletcher. Coleman ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. For the Doc Stewarts, well, they had 12 runs against Fairfield back, 15 runs against Hillsdale in the Father's Day tournament at home. It's a 2-0 pitch coming. Goes to the backstop again, 3-0 count. Let's see here. They had 14 runs against the Ben Lava Bears, 11 against Reno. They had 10 against the Central Oregon Generals. So the Docs have gotten to double figures a couple of different times on this season, a number of different times on this season. And their season high is 14 runs. Make that 15 runs back in that Father's Day tournament. So they're broaching that season high territory here, leading 13-0 in the second inning. 9 runs have come in here in the second. Bases are loaded with just 1 out. 3-0 count to Fletcher Coleman. Lefty-lefty battle. Logsdon went out to the mound for a conversation with Barter, who will get a generous strike 1 in the at-bat. 3-1 count. Well, it has been 44 minutes in this game, and there's still just 1 out in the top of the second. 3-1 pitch. Coleman grounds one towards first. It takes a wild hop off the end of the infield grass. It didn't hop up for the first baseman. It hit the grass and then stayed low, goes through his legs. And Coleman will get on safely at first as the Docs will play 2 more runs. Runners at first and second. Hit. I kind of ruled that too. That'll be the 3rd hit in the game for Coleman. Drives in a pair of runs. He's got 3 RBIs in the game. Tough one there just to read that off the infield. Probably needed to come in and charge at that baseball to try and get it on the grass before it had a chance to get to the dirt. Or the first baseman, Deffenbaugh. But he waits back on it, and it takes a wild hop on him. 1-0 count to start here for Danner Wirtz, who's 0 for 1 in the game. Walked here in the second inning and came around to score. Docs are now on top 15-0, matching their season high with 15 runs. Pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls and no strikes. The book is now closed on Max Mathias. It's a 2-0 delivery here to Wirtz. Off the end of his bat, it trickles back to the mound. They'll throw to first to get 1 out. Runners all move up. There's 2 away. Danner Wirtz grounds out to the pitcher. Up to second base goes Coleman, and Logan Shipman running for Corba is at the third. Tegan Sprague will come out of the game. He was 2 for 2, and we'll get a pinch hitter here. Wade Molitor will bat. Wade will get his first AB in the tournament, first action in the tournament, and the pitch goes to the backstop for ball 1. Wade comes into this at-bat. Just his 4th plate appearance of the summer. He's looking for his first hit still. The youngster who will be a freshman in high school coming up next year, class of 2030. Left-handed batter facing the left-handed pitcher. Pitch is high, 2-0 count. Wade will definitely be one to watch going forward, making his mark on baseball early on. Planning to play at Roseburg High School coming up next year. 2-0 pitch. He grounds one down the first base side foul. Turned on the inside pitch, but got out in front of it. Fouls it away for strike 1. We'll see if Molitor stays in the game defensively or if Sprague comes back in out in left field. Wade is more of an infielder at first base than an outfielder. I don't know if they'd stick him out there or not. Might just be getting him a chance to bat here in the 7th spot in the lineup. He'll hit one first base side again. That ball just down the first base line, foul for strike 2. That one was right down the line, but fielded on the foul side of the bag by first baseman Deffenbaugh over there. Two outs, 2 runners on, a 2-2 count here for Molitor. Facing the lefty, Jackson Barter. Misses outside, goes to the backstop. Runner late break to the plate, coming in to score. And then the ball rolls back out to the mound. Nobody there to get it, as Barter didn't go chase after it. It got by him. Coming in to score is Logan Shipman. Fletcher Coleman makes his way over to third on the wild pitch. Docs are on top 16-0. And it is a full count here for Wade Molitor. Wade fouls one back. It'll get up over the backstop. And the at-bat will continue. It's into the grandstands, just to the right of some fans watching over there. One of the Corvallis players that'll be playing in our next game coming up here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. The full count pitch. High and away for ball 4. Molitor will get on base for the first time this season. Wade will head on down to first base. That'll be the 3rd walk in the game for Jackson Barter, and we're getting another pitching change, it looks like. Barter has been able to get 1 out as he has faced 7 batters. Well, the coach not taking the baseball. Yeah, now he's grabbed the baseball. So after a brief recap of the action here for Barter, he will take the baseball and will make a change here. I believe the center fielder, Nate Dow, might be coming in to pitch as he trots in from center field. It is 16-0. Doc Stewart's in front. We're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout for the pitching change here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We are 50 minutes into this ball game. There is a 2-hour and 15-minute time limit on the game, and we are in the top of the second with 2 down. Doc's already up 16-0. That kind of tells you how this one is going here. As the Michaels Toyota Bears out of the Seattle region, they're a young team. Everybody in this group is from the class of 2028. Many of them played JV baseball at their high schools during the spring season. So they're a young group. They've taken some lumps in the tournament, but this might be one of their more lopsided. This is the most lopsided game they've had so far in this tourney. 16 runs is the most runs that anybody has scored in the tournament so far. Taking over on the mound is going to be Nate Dow, the center fielder, moving in to take over on the hill. And the new man out in center field, that is Noah Hyde, that has taken over out in center field. And I think, it looks like Jackson Barter has exited the game for the defensive changes. So the new man on the mound is Nate Dow. He misses low, ball 1. This is Amos Bowers getting a chance to bat for a third time in the ball game. We're in the top of the second. Ground ball left side. The shortstop up with it. Throw across the diamond. Will get it there in time. Engel gets it across for the final out here in the top of the second. Docs send a total of 17 hitters to the plate here in the second inning, and they stretch the lead to 16-0. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
$16 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Doc Stewarts, and no runs, 1 hit, and 4 errors in the game for the Michaels Toyota Bears as we begin the bottom of the second. That second inning, Doc scored 12 runs on 7 hits. There were 2 errors for the Bears in that second inning. Eli Spires will take his first at-bat here, and he takes the first pitch for a strike against Christian Corba, who will continue throwing. Misses low and inside, 1-1 count. Corba, it's been a while since he was on the mound. Back in the first inning. He allowed 1 hit in that inning, but left 2 men stranded on base. Spires, the left fielder, 1-1 pitch. Grounds 1, right side. It'll be playable. That might be Mason Young over there at second base now defensively. Yeah, Mason Young has taken over at second base defensively for Reagan Soper.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So 1 away on the ground out for Eli Spires. Strike on the first pitch to, this is going to be the new first baseman. That is Landon Deffenbaugh batting here for Max Mathias, who was the starting pitcher and didn't stay in the game. So the defensive changes, they have now left Deffenbaugh at the plate. Deffenbaugh will put it in play to right field. It'll get in with a base hit. So we'll have the second hit in the game for the Bears. A runner at first with 1 away. taking a look around here. Still got Bowers behind the plate. Mason Young at second. Danner Wirtz still at first. That looks like Paxton Burke out at shortstop still. And you've got Grayson Coate has taken over for Logan Anderson at third. One out. Runner at first. And ball is fouled away for strike one for Jake Bodgerovich. Strike one for Bodgerovich in his first at-bat. Logan Shipman has taken over in left field. As Bodgerovich will ground one towards second. Young flips it to Burke, over to Wirtz. That'll be a double play to finish things off here in the second inning. So the single by Deffenbaugh through the right side of the infield, but then Bodgerovich grounds one right side, and it goes down as a 4-6-3 double play. And that is basically 3 up, 3 down here in the second for the Bears. No runs, the one hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. It is 16-0 as we go to the top of the third here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Well, we didn't have a lot of time there in the second inning because Christian Corba made quick work of the Bears, and so we did have a number of defensive changes, which means we'll probably see a lot of new batters coming up here in the third inning for the Doc Stewarts. The leadoff man is going to be Quinn Gaylor, who takes over for Hayden Thompson in the 9th spot. But Gaylor took over in center field defensively for the Doc Stewarts. Wade Molitor goes to right field defensively. Logan Shipman was in left field. Grayson Coate took over at third base for Logan Anderson, and Mason Young took over for Reagan Soper at second base defensively. So we'll see some new faces going through the order here in the third inning. Quinn Gaylor will bat to lead things off. His first at-bat of the game.
The center fielder, number 5, Quinn Gaylor.
On the mound is still the righty Nate Dow, I do believe. Let's double check on that. First pitch outside. Yes, that is still Nate Dow out there throwing for the Bears. 1-0 count here for Quinn Gaylor, the left-handed hitter. He hits a line drive, comebacker to the mound. That is snagged by the pitcher, Nate Dow. Nice job defensively there for Dow, getting the glove up in time to make the catch on the comebacker off the bat of Quinn Gaylor. Paxton Burke will get a chance to bat for a 4th time in the ball game. Nice job there for those watching online. The replay of that snag on the mound. 1 out, a 1-0 count here for Paxton Burke. He'll hit one sharply. First base side, it gets through into right field, and Burke will have his 3rd hit in the game. That's the most he's had in a single game so far this tournament. That is now 7 hits in the tourney overall for Paxton Burke. So now the 2 spot in the lineup is Mason Young.
Number 2, Mason Young.
Mason take over at second base for Reagan Soper. Swing and a miss, strike one. Mason, a transfer out of Douglas High School to Roseburg during the spring season. He's a talker, man. I got a feeling he is the Van DJ on the road trips as a pitch high, 1-1. And boy, he's a talkative guy. He was he chatted my ear off as we were doing the puzzle yesterday. Nice kid, kind of fun to get to know him a little bit more. And we done our interview, player interview earlier as well, and he did a great job with that too. So he is not a young man that is short on words, that is for sure. But a good kid there, and now getting a chance to be at second base here in this game as he swings through for strike 3. Gets his first at-bat, unfortunately goes down with a strikeout against Nate Dow. 2 away, that is the first strikeout for Dow in his relief appearance. Grayson Coate will stand in with 2 down and a runner at first. Grayson taking over at third base for Logan Anderson. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Outside. Called strike 2 on the outside corner there for Coate. With 2 down, a runner at first base. The 0-2 count for Coate. Hits one slow roller through the infield grass to the third baseman, charging in, throw to first base on target for Jones. And that is a fairly quick inning, half inning there for the Doc Stewarts in the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. First inning that the Docs do not score, they continue to lead 16-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. We'll be back here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Go to the bottom of the third inning. Doc Stewart's leading by 16. We got a pitcher's change, but before we get to that, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on the Score. Taking over on the mound is going to be Logan Schwert, the lefty out of South Umpqua High School, graduating this spring with the Lancers, winning a state championship at the 3A level. He will get a chance to throw here for the first time in the tournament as we celebrate the 4th of July here in Corvallis with the 49th Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament. The 9-hitter up for the first time in the ball game, and Schwert will miss outside ball 1 as he faces Brody Logsden, the catcher. Docs are on top, 16-0. The ball popped up over the left side, out to Logan Shipman, who's now in left field. Loses his cap. I got worried there for a second. He lost his glove as he was running to the foul line as his hat comes flying off. That is 1 away. Just the way that looked, I almost thought for a minute. Losing your glove would be a tough one for an outfielder.
Number 8.
1 away, top of the order, Nate Dow, now the pitcher for the Bears, will stand in. Dow drew a walk in the first inning, was left stranded at second. He's the only runner to reach scoring position for the Bears in this one. Takes the first pitch, strike 1 from Schwert. Today's contest brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. And by Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be, at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. That's Mountain Mike's. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Schwert ahead, 0-2. The breaking ball is outside. Count goes to 1-2 against the top of the order here for the Bears. Waiting on deck will be a new batter after some of the defensive changes and pitching changes for the Bears. Ball lifted to center field, coming in now racing back, and underneath it will be Quinn Gaylor in center. Gaylor, an all-league outfielder at Sutherland High School, so he's familiar playing, but I think this is the first time we've seen him in center field this season for the Stewies. 2 down, and now up to bat it is Noah Hyde, who has taken over in the lineup for Jackson Barter, who came out after pitching. Barter started the game at first base. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Hyde for strike 1. 0-1 count. With 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch inside for Stewart. 1-1 count. For Logan Stewart, this will be his 6th appearance on the season. He's got a 1-1 win-loss record. So he hits one right down the inside corner, right down the middle there. Stewart 1-1 on the season. No starts, his 6th appearance. He's thrown 7 innings coming into this appearance. So he gets a ball popped up, foul territory down the first base side. It'll land foul. Stewart comes in with a 5.0 ERA, 3 hit batters, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks on the season for a graduate of South Umpqua High School. One-two count. Stewart trying to wrap it up here. And he will miss outside to Hyde. Takes the count 2-2. Stewart needs one more out to get through this bottom of the 3rd inning and keeping a 16-0 lead intact. Two-two pitch is lifted left side. Shallow left center field. Going out is Burke. He cannot make the play. Gaylor couldn't get there as well. The shortstop trying to make the catch, but it's out of his reach. Noah Hyde will drop one in. A bloop single out into shallow left center. So you've got 1 on with 2 away. 3rd hit in the game for the Bears.
Number 2, Connor Engel.
Connor Engel, the shortstop, will come up to bat. 1 for 1 in the game. He had a ground ball for a base hit through the left side. Takes outside, ball 1. Docs looking to play for a 3rd place finish in the tournament tomorrow with a win here today. Ball popped up, right side. Not very deep, but it's going to be playable for Wade Molitor in right field. He makes the catch, and that will do it for the bottom of the 3rd, retiring Connor Engel to finish it out. 4 batters come to the plate, but they're unable to do anything against the Docs. No runs, 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. So we go to the top of the 4th inning. Docs in front big, 16-0 here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Head to the top of the 4th inning. Today's ball game is brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, your locally owned hunting, fishing, and outdoor sports headquarters. Check out their new location on Northeast Stevens. And we want to say thanks to Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Sunny day here in Corvallis, a hot one. Temperatures expected to be in the mid-80s, I believe, here today. Definitely a warm one here as we make our way through the afternoon. Doc Stewarts have been hot at the plate. It'll be Logan Schwert to bat for the first time. He'll hit one left side. It will be caught by the shortstop Angle. Just didn't quite have enough on that line drive opposite field for Schwert. And the shortstop able to run it down for the first out. One away here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Coming up will be Fletcher
13,
Coleman.
Logan Shipman.
Actually, Logan Shipman had taken over for Coleman, so he'll bat here for the first time. Fouls away the first pitch. Shipman taking over for Fletcher Coleman's spot in the lineup. Oh, 1 count. This will be a mess of a scorebook with the number of changes we've had and the number of times the Docs have batted through. Boy, what a day for them at the plate. Facing the righty Nate Dow, third pitcher of the game for the Bears. Shipman will take an inside pitch, hits it out towards center field. It is over the head of Hyde in center. Shipman heading for second. He's getting the green light. Keep running. He's heading for third, and the relay throw coming in gets away from the shortstop. So it's a triple for Logan Shipman. That is the third triple in the game for the Doc Stewarts, 2 of them for Christian Corba. And Shipman will have one in his first AB of the game. Hit that one well over the head of the center fielder, Noah Hyde, who was playing in a bit too much. And that one gets all the way to the center field wall here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. So with 1 out, there's a man at third base for the Docs. Danner Wirtz will bat. He hits one through the right side. Hit on the infield turf, or infield dirt, and out of the reach of the first baseman, Deffenbaugh. And Wirtz will have his first hit in the ball game. And he drives in a run as well, so he picks up an RBI there.
Now batting.
Coming in to score with Shipman, and it is 17-0. Doc Stewart's in front. Wade Molitor drew a walk his first at-bat in that second inning. He bats here in the fourth. He takes low and inside from the righty to the lefty. 14 hits total in the ballgame for Roseburg. The 1-0 pitch. Sharply hit in the air, though, on the left side, and it is caught by the shortstop. Boy, off the bat, I thought that ball was going somewhere different. In the sun, didn't track it very well off the bat for yours truly. The infield for the Bears does make the read. The shortstop, Engel, makes the play. There's 2 down. And Amos Bowers will come up to bat. He stays in the lineup. He's one of the few starters still in the ball game for the Docs. Bowers gets hit by a pitch. So he's on base for the first time. Danner Wirtz goes to second. 4th hit batter in the game for the Docs. Runners at first and second with 2 down, and Quinn Gaylor will come up to bat for a second time.
Number 5, Quinn Gaylor.
Gaylor, first at bat came in the 3rd inning. He led off the 3rd inning, hit a sharp ball back up the middle, but it was snagged out of the air by the pitcher, Nate Dow. He made a great play on that one. Pitch misses it outside to the lefty, 1-0 count. 17-0, Docs in front. Taking a strike on the inside corner. Gaylor, a 1-1 count. With 2 down and 2 on here in the 4th inning. Gaylor sends one out towards center field. It's going to carry, and Hyde will track it back a few steps to make the catch and finish off the 4th inning. Docs get 1 across, add to their lead. And they're on top 17-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
There were no Bears errors.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Doc Stewart's baseball this season on the score, brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. Also want to say thanks to Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. Stick around in the postgame. We will have your Champion Car Wash Player of the Game. Going to be interesting to figure out who to pick on that one. There's been plenty of guys that have done plenty in this game for the Docs. Might have to be a certain starting pitcher that possibly earn that award after having a couple of bases or having a couple of triples in the first couple of innings. That definitely is a pretty good start for any person in the ball game. Logan Schwert gets a ground ball up the middle, almost gloved it on the mound, but it goes through to Paxton Burke, and the throw over to first base is in time. As to begin things here in the bottom of the fourth, I believe that was Jack Rooney? Jack Rooney grounds out to the shortstop.
The second baseman, number 12.
Byron Jones will stand in with one out. First pitch swinging for him, pops it up. It'll get out of play over the right side for strike one. So, feel like it's kind of safe to start saying that I believe the Docs will be playing tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So pitch goes outside, goes past the glove for Amos Bowers to the backstop. 1-1 count here for Jones, who's 0 for 1 in the game. Tomorrow, the first game of the day is at 10 a.m. against the two fourth-place teams out of their respective pools, the blue pool and red pool. The two fourth-place teams playing for 7th place in the tournament standings. It's a strike across, 1-2 count here for Byron Jones. The 1 o'clock game is the two third-place teams in their respective brackets, but if the Docs win here, they will go to 2-1. His ball fouled back, staying alive. So, yeah, you've got the Mound Time Club went 3-0. Hillsborough goes 1-2, so if the Docs win, they'll be 2-1, and that would lock them into second place in the red pool as a pitch high, 2-2. And as the second place team, that means you play at 4 o'clock against the second place team out of the other division, which will be the loser between Grants Pass and Corvallis coming up in the next game here tonight at 7 o'clock. Pitch misses on the 2-2, and the count goes full. So whether Corvallis or Grants Pass, whichever team loses in that matchup, they'll be facing the Doc Stewarts in the matchup for third place coming up tomorrow. The ball fouled away on the 3-2 pitch. Staying alive is Jack Rooney. That is barring a major comeback here by the Michaels Toyota's Bears. They have been held scoreless and held to 3 hits so far in this one. Logan Schwert on the mound will issue a walk on a full count to Byron Jones. For Schwert, that is his first walk. Second walk allowed for the Docs in the ball game.
Number 88,
Eli Spires will bat, the left-handed hitting left fielder. Grounded out to short his first time up with 1 out and a man at first. Docs would love to see a ground ball to short once again. Defensively, again, some changes. Bauer's still behind the plate. Wirtz still at first, but you've got Mason Young at second, Grayson Coda at third, and Paxton Burke still at short. It's a pitch high, 1-0 count. Back pick down to first, gets by. A one hop to Danner Wirtz at first base, but backing up the play is the new right fielder, Wade Molitor. You've got Quinn Gaylor, the new center fielder, and Logan Shipman is the new left fielder for the Doc Stewarts here. Those changes all happening mostly in the third inning. After the Doc Stewarts jumped ahead, scoring 12 runs in the second inning, Docs were really able to stretch this one out to a major lead. Schwert hits the outside corner to the lefty. Gets to a 1-1 count. That was a nice pitch that had some late tail back over the outside corner from the lefty Schwert to the left-handed hitting Eli Spires. Spires will ground one. It gets through the right side out to Molitor in right field with Mason Young playing at double play depth at second base. There was a bit of a space there on the right side, and Spires is able to pull that one through for a base knock. One hit in every inning so far for the Bears. With one out, Logan Schwert will try to keep it that way, but he needs 2 more outs. Gets a strike across for the first pitch to Landon Deffenbaugh, who was 1 for 1 in the game. He came in as a defensive replacement when some pitching changes happened. Got his first at-bat in the second inning. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back for strike 2. 0-2 count with 1 away, runners at first and second. Docs leading 17-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning at the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament in Corvallis. Schwert, 0-2 pitch. Misses low with his breaking ball, couldn't get the hitter to chase. So barring something crazy happening here, Docs will play tomorrow at 4. That means our pregame show will start at 3:45 again tomorrow. Just off the inside corner on the 1-2 pitch from Schwert. And again, they'll face either Corvallis or Grants Pass in that matchup. 2-2 count. Schwert delivers over the plate, and it is fouled away. Deffenbaugh able to get a piece of it. I believe we might have a new batter waiting on deck over there. That looks like a number I don't have on my roster. Pitch high and away. Count goes full. Is it? Oh, it looks like a 7 from where I was looking through the netting there. It is number 11 still. And that is the befuddling last name of Jake Baja Routes. But I'm going to trip over this every single time. Bajarovich. Yeah, Bajarovich. That's what I'm going with, and here he comes. After a walk issued, Bajarovich will foul off the first pitch. With 1 out, bases are loaded for the Bears here. Logan Schwert looking to get out of things here and keep the shutout intact. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 17-0. Docs in front. Logan Schwert facing the bases loaded with 1 out. Bajarovich will line one out towards center field. It is caught. Runner tagging, heading for home. The relay throw gets over the head of the shortstop. It goes all the way to the plate, but not in time. And so a sac fly for Bajarovich. Drives in the first run of the game for the Bears. Runners still at first and second now with 2 down. Deffenbaugh walking, he's at first. Eli Spires at second. Coming in to score was Byron Jones. Up to bat is going to be Brody Logsden, the catcher. Takes ball 1. So the Bears have their first run of the ball game. They're finally on the scoreboard here as a nice breeze starts blowing through. Pitch outside, 2-0 count. Doc scoring 4 in the first, 12 in the second. They put 1 run up in the 4th inning. And the Bears getting 1 run back here in the bottom of the 4th. Schwert misses outside. The count goes to 3-0. Winning the red pool is the Mountain Time Club that the Docs lost 2-1 against on the first day of the tourney. 3-0 pitch in for a strike. So Mountain Time will play the winner between Grants Pass and Corvallis tomorrow in the first place game at 7 o'clock. Such a tight game there for the Docs, one that they easily could have had. 3-1 pitch misses high, ball 4. That is another walk here for Logan Schwert. It's his third walk in the inning.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 8, Nate Dow.
Bases are loaded with 2 down. Top of the order coming up. Nate Dow will bat for a third time. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. A breaking ball catching the top of the zone there for Schwert. Docs need one more out to get out of things here in the 4th inning. They are in line to try and get this one after 5. The ball popped up on the infield. Going out is Paxton Burke. The shortstop calling for it, makes the grab to finish things in the bottom of the 4th. So that will do it for the Bears, but they do get on the board. They send 7 hitters to the plate. They score 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 3 men left on base. It is 17-1. We go to the top of the 5th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
It's been all Doc Stewart's in this one against the Michaels Toyota Bears out of Seattle. They lead at 17-1. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. And by Gibbs RV Superstore, you got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. Doc Stewart's ahead. We'll see if they can add anything more as we go to the 5th here, but they are 3 outs away from wrapping this one up in 5 innings. Games get like this, you say they wrap it up early, but really we've been in action for almost an hour and a half now, so it's not like the game is necessarily sped up at all, but it does play less than the scheduled 7 innings. If that is the case, we'll see. The Bears would need to... They would need to get 7 runs to keep this game going. So they are down by quite a bit. 17-1 our score. Most runs scored by a team in this tournament. Most runs scored by the Docs on the season. Up to bat for the Stewies, top of the order. Paxton Burke will step to the plate for a 5th time in this ball game. As we start the 5th inning, he takes high and away, ball 1. He hit twice in the 2nd inning and had a single in both of those. He's actually got 3 hits total in this ball game. He's got 7 hits total in the tournament. He takes a 1-0 pitch for a strike on the outside corner from the righty Nate Dow. They do hand out awards at the end of the tournament. It's a 1-1 pitch coming here for Burke. It's fouled back into the netting. They hand out the most valuable player, outstanding hitter, outstanding pitcher, gold glove. And so they've got some of those individual awards that are kind of fun for a team to have a player take home. Definitely feel like Docs have a couple of hitters that could be in line for that most outstanding hitter award. As that ball lifted out towards right center, calling for it will be the center fielder, Hyde, and he makes the catch. That'll get Paxton Burke. First time in the ball game that they will retire Paxton Burke. Hit that one pretty well, just hung up a little bit.
Now batting.
Needed to lower the launch angle just a bit to drop it in the alley, and Burke might have found himself rounding third at some point if that had been the case. Instead, it is tracked down by the center fielder, one away. Mason Young will step in, a strikeout victim his first time up. He came in defensively at second base for Reagan Soper. Had his first at-bat in the third inning. Takes inside ball one. Strike one. Mason Young hit against Nate Dow in his first at-bat, so second time seeing him. Takes high and away, evens up the count, 1-1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is fouled away for strike two. One ball, two strikes. Mason Young getting his first bit of action at second base defensively for the Doc Stewarts here in this game. He's been behind the plate in every other appearance. He played second base, though, all through the spring with the Roseburg Indians. Had one game behind the plate for the Indians during the spring season. Pitch low and outside, full count. So I was just running the numbers. Last year's most outstanding hitter in the tournament was Jace McGowan out of Grants Pass. He was 8 for 12 in the tourney. Paxton Burke is currently 7 for 12 in this tourney. As a pitch high and inside, that'll be ball four for Mason Young. Earns a walk. And that is the first walk allowed by Nate Dow.
Now batting.
So that is me building my case here for Paxton Burke as a candidate for that award. He has scored five runs scored by Paxton in this tournament. As a ground ball up the middle. The throw to second, it was a ground ball to third base there by Grayson Coate. And they tried to turn it up the middle, so fielder's choice for Coate. And then on safely at second base is Mason Young as the throw was low to second base by the third baseman. Pitch is high, 1-0 count for Logan Stewart, the pitcher. He lined out to shortstop in his first at-bat. The 1-0 delivery is outside, 2-0 count. So 5 runs scored, 7 hits, 1 double. So it doesn't have the extra base hit totals, but he's definitely piled up some hits there as a strike across. It'll be interesting to see if the Doc Stewarts can get some awards out of this tournament. 2-1 pitch. Schwartz grounds one towards short. Angle in front of it. Underhands towards second. Relay throw to first. Not in time. Schwartz will beat out the throw. There's 2 away. Runners on the corners. Schwartz gets on with the fielder's choice. Grayson Coate was out at second base. And up to third goes Mason Young.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 13,
Logan Shipman in left field will stand in. He had a triple in the 4th inning. Hit one over the head of the center fielder, Hyde. Takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. Logan Anderson also should be considered. Anderson had 4 hits yesterday. He was 4 for 4 yesterday. And he was 2 for 2 today. Got hit by a pitch in his final at-bat. So just in 2 games, as a strike comes in for Shipman, just in 2 games, Logan Anderson is 6 for 6. That might be better than Burke, although he went 0 for 3 in the first game of the tourney. Strike 3 called. Strike zone maybe getting a little bit bigger as the game wears on here. Shipman takes the final pitch for a strike and goes down looking. That'll be the second strikeout in the game for Nate Dow. Doc Stewarts will leave 2 runners on base here in the top of the 5th, but they are 3 outs away from getting this one over with. 17-1 our score as we go to the bottom of the 5th on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Hitting off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Bears, the center fielder, number 35, Noah Hyde.
The Bears out of Seattle will need 7 runs to keep this game going as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch, a soft liner towards shortstop on the first pitch of the fifth inning for Logan Stewart. Noah Hyde lines out for the first out. There's one away, and the Docs are 2 outs from wrapping this one up. Up to bat will be Connor Engel, the shortstop. He's played pretty well defensively out there. He's 1 for 2 in this game. He takes the first pitch low from Stewart. A 1-0 delivery. Pops this one up. Might be playable here. It's going to carry back towards the infield. It'll be fair. Got to get somebody to cover first. Mason Young racing over, will not get there in time. I don't know. Not a good communication there for the Doc Stewarts. That'll be a base hit for Engel on a ball that landed 4 feet in front of home plate with 3 players standing within 2 feet of it. Unfortunately, nobody was at first base to receive a throw that direction. So there is 1 out with a man at first. Base hit, 5th hit in the game for the Bears. Strike taken on the first pitch to Jack Rooney. Logan Stewart and Danner Wirtz probably should have been the guys to try and make that play. There's a ground ball up the middle. Young will have it, flips it to Burke, relay over to first at Wirtz, and that will clear the bases and finish out the game. So they make sure that infield pop-up does not come back to haunt them, and they will finish out the ball game there with a double play. 6-4-3, Jack Rooney grounds into the game-ending double play, and the Doc Stewarts will win it 17-1 in 5 innings. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back with the post-game show to put the final bows on this blowout win for the Doc Stewarts, 17-1, here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza, the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Back here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field as the Doc Stewarts get the win. And we'll go to 11-8 overall on the season. They are now 2-1 in the tournament and will play for a third-place finish coming up tomorrow. And for the Michaels Toyota Bears out of Seattle, they will go to 10-17 on the season with the loss here today. And they are now 0-3 in the tournament. They will play in the 10 o'clock game coming up tomorrow as they will play for 7th place in the tournament. And I believe they will be taking on the Wasilla Bears, or excuse me, the Wasilla Road Warriors in that game. Is that correct? Wasilla is going to play in the game, 10 o'clock game tomorrow morning? Yeah, okay. So Wasilla and Michaels Toyota will play for that 7th place finish tomorrow. So Docs will play at 4 o'clock tomorrow. It means our pregame coverage will start at 3:45 for you here on the Score. So make sure you tune in for that one. We'll play either Corvallis or Grants Pass in that game coming up tomorrow. But as for this one here, quick run through a lot of numbers in this one. As let's see here, let me put some final touches on it. 17 runs, 14 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on base for the Docs. For the Bears, 1 run on 5 hits, 5 errors, and 6 men left on base. Logan Stewart will pick up the win in relief. Christian Corba does not meet the minimum requirement of innings pitched to qualify for the win, so Logan Stewart will get it. Christian Corba pitched well enough to keep going in this game, but they, I think, wanted to try and get Stewart out there to get him some innings and keep getting him loose throughout this summer. So he's ready for the big moments as well. And so they put Stewart out there. He goes the final 3, picks up the win. He gives up 1 run on 3 hits. He walked 3 and struck out none. Christian Corba in the start went 2 innings, allowed no runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts as he started the game for the Docs. Taking the loss is going to be Max Mathias, the starting pitcher for Michaels Toyota. 1 1/3 innings, allowed 12 runs on 8 hits with 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 2 hit batters. Jackson Barter came in, pitched a third of an inning. He allowed 4 runs in his time on the mound. Let's see here. Mathias gave up 9 hits. Miscounted there. And Barter gave up 2 hits and 4 runs in his 1/3 of an inning, 3 walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Nate Dow came in, pitched the final 3 1/3. He gave up 1 run on 3 hits, and he had 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Docs put up 4 runs in the first, 12 in the second, 1 in the fourth. They give up 1 to the Bears in the bottom of the 4th, and that is the scoring in this one. A lot of numbers in this one. We'll hit some of the highlights here. Doc Stewart's 3 hits in the game for Paxton Burke. He goes 3 for 4, scored 3 runs, had an RBI. Reagan Soper was actually 0 for 1, but got on base all 3 times and did have an RBI. He was hit by a pitch and walked, and he scored 3 times. Mason Young was 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk in that 2-hole. Logan Anderson was 2 for 2 in the game, reached base all 3 times. He had 2 bunt singles and was hit by a pitch, scored 3 times. Grayson Code came in that spot in the lineup. He was 0 for 2. Christian Corba in the cleanup spot was 2 for 2 in the game. He had 2 triples, drove in a total of 6 runs. He also, in his third at-bat, was walked with the bases loaded. So that was a big day at the plate for Corba. The courtesy runner came in for him twice and scored. He scored once on his own. He hit the triple. The relay throw in got away, and he came in to score on the throw that got into the dugout. Danner Wirtz was 1 for 3 in the game with a walk and an RBI single, scored a run. Tegan Sprague was 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Wade Molitor came in that spot, was 0 for 1 with a walk. Amos Bowers was 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch, reaching base once. Hayden Thompson was 0 for 1, walked and scored a run. Quinn Gaylor 0 for 2 in the 9-hole for the Doc Stewarts. For Michaels Toyota, Noah Hyde was 1 for 2. Connor Engel 2 for 3 in the game. And then Eli Spires was 1 for 2. Landon Deffenbaugh in the 7th spot was 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. And Jake Bajarovich, he was 0 for 1 in the game, but had a sac fly to drive in the only run of the game for the Bears. That is a look at their numbers there. All right, so that's going to do it for us here, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us. It was a boat race. Doc Stewarts get the big win here. Their most runs scored in a game this season, the most runs scored by any team in the tournament so far. And the Docs will now play for third place coming up tomorrow as they take on the loser between Corvallis and Grants Pass in the game coming up next here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field in the 2026 Star Spangled Tournament. So they play at 7 o'clock coming up tonight. The winner of that one will play in the title game against Mountain Time tomorrow. The loser faces the Doc Stewarts in the 4 o'clock game coming up tomorrow here at Hansen Stadium. So that is where we're at. The 2 second-place teams will battle for third place in the tournament overall, and the Doc Stewarts hoping to finish it out with a win and go 3-1 in the tournament here. Right now they are 2-1 in the tourney, winning their last 2 after losing their first game on Thursday. Want to say thanks to the Corvallis Skirting Builders Marketmen for having us here. It's always a fun tournament to be a part of, and it's great to be back here in Corvallis for this tourney this season. So thanks so much for Corvallis for hosting us here. Want to say thanks to Executive Director of the Douglas County Baseball Association, Jake Whistler, for all that he does, and thanks to head coach Cody Walton and the entire Doc Stewarts baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewarts baseball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Dale Cranford back in the studio for coming in and running the radio production for us here on the 4th of July. Thanks for coming in there, Dale. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. We also want to say thanks to a couple more sponsors, Gibbs RV Superstore and McClendon Smokehouse, sponsors of Doc Stewarts baseball here on The Score. It's time now to name our champion car wash player of the game. Didn't want to forget about that. Let's go back and take a look at the scorecard real quick. A lot of possibilities in this one, but let's give it to Christian Corba. Couldn't name him the winning pitcher because he didn't meet the requirement there, but he pitched pretty well, did not give up a run, and at the plate he did amazing, driving in 6 runs total for the Doc Stewarts. Christian Corba is today's champion car wash player of the game. You can make your cars shine like today's player of the game by visiting Champion Car Wash. You can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. I hope you have a fun and safe time celebrating America 250 tonight. So make sure you wake up tomorrow with as many fingers as you had today as you celebrate out there today. And then as you wake up tomorrow, make sure you tune in for some Doc Stewarts baseball. We'll get started at 3:45. We'll have it for you, where you can tune in as the Docs play for third place here in the tournament. It'll start tomorrow at 3:45. You can watch the game streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel, or you can tune in for Doc Stewarts baseball here on the radio